Hey everybody, it's your boy Cory Showtime here. No green screen, no useless fact. Today I just want to speak to y'all from the heart. At time of recording this is June 17th. It's right in the middle of the month. So for those of you that celebrate, happy Pride. And also it's the week of Juneteenth. It's also Men's Mental Health Month. So in honor of Men's Mental Health Month, I thought I'd do something downright terrifying and be vulnerable on the internet. I have battled with depression ever since I was a child. First time I was in therapy, I think I was like 7 or 8 because I was a chubby kid and I was getting in all kind of fights. I got expelled from like my elementary school, and my mom just wanted to figure out what was going on with all this anger. It followed me into my teens, 20s, and 30s, and here I am in my 40s still battling with this bitch. So depression got hands. Over the course of my life, I feel like I've had damn near every single type of depression. I've had body dysmorphia. I've had self-loathing. I've had generalized anxiety. I've had PTSD. I've been to therapists, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists. Long story short, I've done the work, but it's never ending. Most recently, I've been battling with atypical depression and situational depression. Google those because I don't have time to get into it. Depression has cost me a lot in my life and my career. At certain times in my life, my self-esteem has been completely in the gutter. But what comes with atypical depression is sometimes I get really irritable. Sometimes I'm super duper down. And then sometimes I'm really happy. Like it's almost manic. And one of the things that also comes with it is you just have bouts of crying that come out of nowhere. Like the emotions just beat the shit out of you. And no red-blooded American male ever wants to admit to crying. There's times where I'm like, okay, I've done the work. Therapy tells me I need to like rest and feel my feelings and just go through it. And the rest of me is like, man, stop being a bitch. Come on, man up, bitch ass nigga, get money, do some push-ups and shit. And that feeling right there that I just acted out, that's where the battle with depression comes from. A lot of men who've been raised in masculinity, toxic or otherwise, feel like they're not allowed to have emotions other than anger and happiness. We feel like we're not allowed to be vulnerable because it will be used against. Somebody's probably laughing at this video right now. I guarantee you I'm gonna have a comment saying, oh man, you being a bitch right now. And here's the thing, I am all out of fucks to give. Once you've had suicidal ideation, you don't really care too much what other people think about you. If I'm willing to harm myself, the fuck am I worried about what you think? Don't threaten me with a good time. The fact that so many men have emotions that don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw them out is probably why we end up throwing ourselves out the window at such higher rates than women. Something else I've been dealing with lately is situational depression, which is basically sadness. But the more I dig into my own feeling, what I realize what's causing my situational depression, aside from the fact that a lot of bad shit happens to me, which is life, is the fact that the worst bouts of depression I've ever dealt with came directly after a major financial setback. The first time I was ever hospitalized for feeling like I wanted to myself was when I lost my job the first time in LA. Like I was an Uber driver and some drunk driver hit me and my girlfriend at the time's car, and my insurance company, since we were both on the same policy and we both got hit by one car, treated that shit like it was one incident. Awesome. But at the time I was a traveling comedian, an Uber driver, and I was doing like Uber Eats and all that stuff. So my car was my livelihood. And for about 8 months, I was left in utter despair because I had nothing to do, nowhere to go, and nothing I could really do about it. And the past 2 years have been just financial setback after financial setback after financial setback. And after a while, your mind just says, that's fucking enough. I can't take any more financial anxiety. And this ties back into the masculinity issue because as a man, you feel like you want to provide. You need to be able to make money, period. Like in America, you will die without money. And we're all being squeezed extra tight lately, thanks to politics I'm not going to get into right now. But when you don't have an income or you don't have a place to go every day, you start to lack a purpose. Something I read up on recently gave me some clarity into depression, specifically situational depression. And it's that depression isn't just a mental disorder or a chemical imbalance. It's also a signal. It's a signal that your emotional and psychological needs aren't being met in some way. And as a man that wants to provide, that's always had a job, that's always hustling, have a project, something to be working on. When I didn't have that, it can cause a spiral because your situation has you sad, but you don't want to show it to the world. So you try to pretend like everything's fine, but then you get exhausted from carrying this weight of trying to be this person that you're not, because that's not really how you feel. And then everything just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. You just keep going down the spiral. Like the phrase is, it's okay to not be okay. But if you're a man, no, it's not. I never really understood what that meant. It's okay to not be okay. No, it's not. If I tell you I'm not okay, then I'm not feeling well. Like I'm either going to get ridiculed or it's going to be used against me at some point. But through therapy and through leaning on my support systems, like my family and my friends, I finally realized what it means. So it's like, it's okay to not be okay, because you have to confide in someone to get these feelings out and just, if anything, just to get it off your chest so you can hear it and let it be real so you can do something about it, instead of just having this ghost in your head that's making you sad and you can't really call why. Shout out to my friends, specifically Kevin Monroe, Sam Ridley, Richard Garcia, my mom, my sister. You guys have no idea how much you're the reason I'm still here. And I'll leave you with this. To the men listening to this, it's absolutely okay and socially acceptable to be strong and stoic, but it's necessary to do the work internally. Find someone to talk to, get you a support system, and stick around a little bit. It's manly to be tough. It's manly to be strong. It's manly to endure pain. But it's also manly to be brave. And what could be braver or stronger than to admit that you're feeling kind of weak? You don't have to put it on Front Street like I am, but talk to somebody. Stick around. Thanks for listening.